You have such a soothing voice that explains such complicated things that distills them down to someone like me can like do it on a chalkboard. So
It's
what
the
do you
official
think?
planetarium voice, planetarium director voice. You go to voice school for.
It's very lozengey. so
No,
what?
I don't ever think about it. Do you ever hear your own voice? You never do. So it's just my voice.
I sound like a strangled chicken, so I know. But so there certainly
That's worse than sounding like a regular chicken, I guess. Okay.
or plucked chicken. So no, there are certainly those, we'll just say, like at Fox News, that have given some pushback. Just some of your thoughts, beliefs, and ideas. Like, do you think that you spend more time trying to convince others to open their mind, or more time yourself trying to take in new information and process it how you want to?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, I'm an educator and an academic, and so knowledge and insight and wisdom, that's what I'm after every day that I'm alive. So to the extent that some of that I feel comfortable sharing with others, I'll do so. So I have found, to my disappointment, that there are occasions where you share truth with people and they are offended by it or they want to attack it. Now, it's the truth. I put it out there and I go home and I go back and go to the theater with my wife. I'm not going to fight you. I don't have the energy to fight you if you cannot embrace a truth.
Where do you think the disbelief system falls like in the spectrum? Do you think it's more the religious end or the politics end? And do like religion and politics intersect more than science does with either one of those?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the issue here is dogma in any guise. Dogma is, I have a belief system and that is the truth and nothing outside of this will ever influence it and it'll be the truth now and the truth forevermore. That's dogma. You can have political dogma, you can have religious dogma, you can have cultural dogma, you can even have scientific dogma. The history of science, there are a few episodes where that has happened. Not many, because we have protections in place to prevent that from propagating.
Do you think that we would trust you as much without the mustache? You don't think it gives him a look of authority? And do you like the mustache? And are we going to keep the mustache? Because it's ultimately your decision.
He's always had the mustache ever since, what, graduate school?
Yeah, I've been accused of it being like a 1970s, So I've always had it, and it gives me less to shave every morning. So
it's definitely a good hot chocolate mustache. I do want to ask you about.
I used to have big mutton chops, all right, but they were in style back when I had them. Now I have my Star Trek pointer.
They're very Takai. They're very Sulu on you.
We didn't have what many feared would be the fake British accents with the glued-on mutton chops, recreating some historical moment.
I miss the white lab coats with the jingling change in pockets and pencils stuck in the hair. I miss those guys.
You miss those guys? Well, I mean, there's a role for them, but of course not every scientist does that. In fact, in astrophysics, hardly any of us have lab coats because our lab is the universe, and for that, you don't need a lab coat. But the idea that we would animate that gave an entirely new vocabulary element, storytelling element for what we needed to accomplish in the series. Also, the visual effects were so stunning that there were many places where the script had me describing how hot the sun was, but visually, the thing is hot. There's this roiling surface right in front of you put onto the green screen. So we were able to remove a lot of the script and just let the visuals carry the.
And they're very effective. And is he like this a lot at home? Does he wake up in the middle of the night saying, "Listen, I want to run this new formula by you," or like, "Oh my God, we gotta go and work all this out on graph paper"? Like, is he like really annoying in that way, like 3 o'clock in the morning?
No. It's downtime when he's home.
So he has an affection now for plays, I bet, right? Because of you.
I think so.
I think I always liked plays, but she runs the evening's calendar. So we see 2 or 3 plays a month, and
there's a lot more like theater, like live theater that's going to be on television like this fall. Like NBC does those live musical shows. They did Sound of Music, and this season they're doing.
That.
Yeah, this season they're doing CeeLo Green is playing Evita for NBC, and it's going to be amazing.
That's great. I think that is less necessary for a New Yorker because we have it down the block or a subway ride away. But I think any way that performance art in the form of plays and musicals can get out there, the more the better.